Hello everyone, welcome, and as always, thank you so much for tuning in to ERS TV, Elite Realty Services Television. My name is Damian Russell. I'm a branch owner in Elk Grove, California and Las Vegas, Nevada within the ERS system. I'd like to talk directly to investors. This is another installment of our Investor series, and I've talked about this topic our Investor Concierge Service in earlier segments of the Investor series. So this segment I want to devote to explaining what that concierge service is and what exactly it is that we do for our investors. In an effort to provide investors sound consultation and to be able to work with more investors, we've created this concierge service. There's no cost whatsoever. There's no charge for the consultation services, for the analysis services, the strategy sessions. There's no charge whatsoever. We only ask that you work with us. So obviously this is a service we provide for our clients only. Again, it's the ERS Investor Concierge Service provided in the Elk Grove office and the Rosemont area office. And again, it is for our clients. So what the service is. You've heard me talk on this investment series about balancing your portfolio, having a sound investment strategy, having a plan. We've talked about diversification, having a diversified portfolio that includes a nice balance of residential and commercial. Within the residential segment, single family, multi-fam, duplexes, fourplexes and greater. And still having some multifam. And then also geographically you want to be diverse. We also talked about, and we'll elaborate it further in future segments of the Investor series, and that is the topic of evaluating your income property or your acquisition targets. How to best evaluate them and conduct analysis to know that you're making a sound investment. An investment that will fit your portfolio, fit your exit strategy, your portfolio strategy, whether it's short-term, mid-term, or long-term. Provides you cash flow analysis projected into the future for the duration of your intended hold, and also having an exit strategy at the end of whatever term of your investment within your investment cycle you wish, so or what's feasible or logical for your circumstance. What we do with our ERS concierge services, we provide those services. We provide that analysis. We provide that review. We sit down, we have the frank discussion with all of our clients in terms of what are your short, mid, and long-term investment objectives. What do you wish to accomplish? Are you doing this for retirement? Is it for immediate cash flow? What is the purpose of your investment or your involvement in real estate investment? And we'll come to that conclusion. If you don't have that, we help you come to that conclusion. We help you figure out essentially what your purposes are, what your intent is, and what your desires are with regard to real estate investment. And based on that frank initial consultation, we prepare an investment plan, a portfolio strategy or acquisition strategy, if you will, to help you get started in real estate investment. We take a look at your available capital resources, your ability to leverage, your cash availability, and we put together not only just the type of properties you should be acquiring, but we also take a good look at how you should acquire those property. Obviously, you know, a lot of investors, there's a debate out there, should we go cash, should we go leverage? My golden rule is, you know, OPM, other people's money. It's a wonderful tactic. It's a beautiful way to leverage, to buy more. So you have a limited capital resource. You can take that capital resource and you can pay cash for whatever that number of properties that capital resource will support, or you can take that capital resource and leverage it through finance to acquire most certainly more property. And when we talk about building a portfolio, to be honest, it's about numbers. It's not about owning, you know, one or two properties, especially not one or two single families. That would be devastating in terms of investment strategy. But to have multiple properties and to acquire them using whatever capital resource you can until the portfolio begins to become self-sustaining. Whereas the cash flow generated by the portfolio is enough to finance or support future investments, continuation of the portfolio growth. Our service provides all of this in terms of the consultation, the strategy and plan. We create a personal investment plan for you based on your circumstances, your needs and wants, and your ability to leverage and your capital resource. Then we go further. We take a look as we get out there and get you out there into the marketplace to start taking a look. We'll analyze your targets. So we'll take a look at your property targets, your acquisition targets, and we'll conduct full-fledged analysis, cash flow, overall investment return, capital return on investment, and so forth. We'll put together a full report for each targeted property for acquisition. And then we'll advise you in terms of yay or nay, or what the benefits would be of purchasing this particular property. Or maybe we'll say, look at your long-term plan and what we talked about initially. It might be time to start looking at a commercial investment, maybe a strip center, maybe a small office complex, something of that nature. But we guide you based upon your circumstance, and it's a very personal consultation, and it's a very skilled consultation. I've been in real estate for over 20 years, 24 plus years myself, most of that in investment in the Bay Area. So we lend our expertise, all of the resources in the office and the experience and skills of the numerous agents that we have and mortgage professionals to help you make sound investment decision, conduct sound investment or acquisition strategy, and build a truly balanced and beneficial portfolio that will sustain for the long term, or whatever your goal or objective is based on the exit strategy. Again, we do all of this in our concierge service at ERS, Investor Concierge, at no cost. We do this exclusively for our clients, and now there are many investors out there who have been doing this for quite a while. They've got perhaps even maybe a small staff that conducts analysis for them, and that's fine. We'd still love to work with you. Maybe our consultation and portfolio strategies and management services can complement what you've got going on with regard to your staff. For the bulk of you, though, I know you're out there. You've made the wise decision to get into real estate in terms of investment. Very wise decision. So applause for that. But it's not just enough to get into real estate investment. The true benefit from real estate investment does not come, the reward will not show itself or manifest unless you do it properly. You've got to have a sound principal strategy for making these acquisitions, and it's got to lead to a purpose. It's got to lead to a rounded, balanced portfolio. You can't just go out there, utilize your capital resource just because you can, and acquire property. I've seen many investors do that. Unfortunately, if you buy, for example, many investors bought multiple single-family homes, and in the downturn, that was just a devastating thing to do. Their property value and their portfolio value plummeted. Some lost greater than 50%. And remember, these are income properties, so they probably had to come in, if they're leveraging, come in with a higher down payment, so there's a greater actual capital loss for those folks, when a little bit of planning and strategy and forethought could have avoided that, and that's what we do. So I look forward to working with you. If you're a novice, a beginner, amateur, or serious investor, or anywhere in between, we have the ability to work with you and substantially increase your potential return through sound strategy consultation. So that is the ERS, Elite Realty Services, Investor Concierge Service. If you have any questions or would like to get started, or perhaps even throw us a target or two to see how we conduct our analysis and how right on the money it is, and it is, please email me at ers.elkgrove@gmail.com, or give us a call at the Rosemont or Elk Grove office. You can dial 916 216-4955. You can dial the Oak Grove office at 916-509, sorry about that, 916-509-7263. In either case, I look forward to talking to you again and on this subject and working with you, you investors out there. Let's make it sound for 2014 and really have a sustainable income from our real estate portfolio. Again, it's Damian Russell with Elite Realty Services. This has been another installment of the Investor Series for ERS TV on YouTube, and I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you.